Hey guys, welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Last night I went to see the new Halloween with my girlfriend Neve, and it was fun. It was a very fun flick. It was the perfect flick to get you into the season. Doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it isn't trying to either. The movie takes place 40 years after the events of the first Halloween. It ignores all the subsequent sequels, including Part 2, and we see Jamie Lee Curtis return as Laurie Strode. And the events of the first movie has put absolute emotional torture on Laurie. She's suffering from PTSD, and she's also become estranged from her daughter and her granddaughter. And we just see this woman who has been brought through the emotional ringer fortify herself when she realizes that the danger is resurfacing and that her daughter and her granddaughter may be in danger. Nick Castle also returns as the Shape. There's a stuntman portraying some of the action scenes, but the way Castle holds himself and his presence really solidifies the fact that Michael Myers is this evil, spectral presence. We do get glimpses of Myers without the mask. We even get a kind of a little peek at his milky eye, which was obviously stabbed by Laurie in the first movie. Um, the cast is very good. There's some very strong people in the cast besides Jamie Lee Curtis, but by and far she is the main reason that you want to see this movie. Her performance is fucking amazing. You just see the level of torment she's been put through. One scene in particular is where she goes to have dinner with her family, and you just see how much of an emotional wreck she is. Judy Greer is pretty good as her daughter, who has become estranged from her mother because her mother has kind of prepared her and made her kind of this kind of survivalist individual. But as a result, she's become distant, and she's trying to keep her daughter, Laurie's granddaughter, away from her. You have Will Patton as the sheriff, who is his performance is a lot more rounded out than the prior kind of sheriffs or deputies that have turned up in the other Halloween movies, and you do get a sense of a guy who is like, okay, I know I'm out of my depth, so I'm going to get as much help as I can, even if I have to get help from the emotionally distraught Laurie Strode. There are some shortcomings in this movie. I think the pacing could have been a lot better, and some of the kills I think are a bit too brief. They're not bad. I just think that like it would have been interesting to see certain characters die in a more kind of interesting way. I think there's only so many times Michael can kill someone with a butcher knife. That said, there are some kills in it that are incredibly graphic, and I'm not saying this is a gorehound. I just think that they could have been a wee bit more inventive with some of the kills. That said, there is still some inventive kills in this movie. Some very graphic ones, but I have a feeling that maybe for the early kills they were trying to kind of make a nod to the first Halloween, which isn't that very graphic. It's not the most graphic kind of movie that was out at the time. So um, I think that while some of the kills work, some of them don't. The pacing, that was another issue I had. Some scenes are a bit silly, but it doesn't ruin the movie. It doesn't wreck the experience. I think if you're going to go in expecting the second coming of Christ, you're definitely going to be disappointed. Uh, this this is a movie that is a companion piece to the original Halloween. It doesn't try and kind of surpass it. So if you're expecting something that's going to raise the level of the franchise, don't expect that. The soundtrack is amazing. John Carpenter returned to help with the soundtrack, and again, I can't stop singing her praises. Jamie Lee Curtis is phenomenal in this. She slips into the shoes of Laurie Strode so easy, and you just get the sense that this is someone who's suffering from PTSD from an event that took place 40 years ago. And all in all, fun flick, perfect flick to get you into the season. On a side note, I think some of the enjoyment of the movie was hampered by a bunch of assholes in the back of the cinema that were sitting behind us. Uh, for some reason, these fucking assholes decided to kick our seats, burp, belch, just be genuine fucking pests. And my housemate kind of made a point. It seems to be that horror movies attract these kind of fucking arseholes, and it's like, really, if you're paying to see a movie, watch the fucking movie. It's like, yeah, and if you don't like the movie, then fuck it, just shut your fucking mouth and let the people who did pay watch the movie. Again, I'm not, I'm not fucking trying to be a lecturer here on it. It's just, it's really starting to piss me off when you go to cinema, especially a horror movie, and people are like acting fucking maggot. Maybe it's some way of concealing fear, or concealing the fact that you're uneasy at a horror movie, but don't fucking wreck it for everyone else. Look, if you're going to go see the movie, sit down, enjoy the movie. If you don't enjoy the movie, then leave, but just don't feel the need to fucking ruin everyone else's experience. So, yeah, that's my review of the new Halloween. It's a fun flick. It's an awesome flick. It's not the second coming of Christ, and it's not trying to be. So, if you're a Halloween fan, I think you shall enjoy this one. So, my name's Martin. This has been the Trash Picture Show, and have a good one. Take care. Bye now.